So this is Mission Impossible, legendary film series. This is the first one. I didn't know it was actually directed by Brian De Palma at the time. Obviously, he's a legendary director. He's done a lot of films that I've kind of grown up with, including Scarface, Carlito's Way, some of the amazing films of our childhood, as well as like this as an action. I mean, it used to be a TV series, Mission Impossible, alongside Man from U.N.C.L.E. and those kind of cool series that you used to watch. Ironside. There was loads of really cool shows on TV, and I feel that this is kind of like one of those legendary ones that you kind of worried about when somebody Hollywood decides to remake it. And I think the only one that could have really pulled it off is Tom Cruise to play Ethan. I mean, he plays the lead actor, Ethan, who's the point man for Jim Phelps, who's the leader of Impossible Mission Force, it's called, which is a special operations force who work for the government. It's like a black ops team. And he plays an agent who's effectively framed for murder of his team during a mission to Prague, and he's on the run, suspected of being a traitor. Then he's got to try and find out who the real mole is and prove his innocence. So as a standalone film in itself, if it didn't have this rich history of Mission Impossible behind it, it would have been incredible. But yeah, it's an incredible film, standalone, or went on to obviously launch the massive series that Tom Cruise is still part of. Just finished, attracted so many famous people to each film, got bigger and bigger, stunts got bigger. But this is the first one where he does some cool stunts, but it's like, what I like about it, it's kind of a simplistic spy thriller as well, and I kind of like it in that way. It's really well done. It kind of does, it seems a little bit kind of playing to the 60s vibe that he used to have. Was it a 60s TV show? And he uses some of the really cool bits, new tech, spy tech, a bit like Bond really. There's a lot of cool stuff they use, and it kind of mixes espionage, suspense and action with the visual style of Brian De Palma. And he's created a thriller that's very similar to Hitchcock really, versus the later episodes that were shot. I mean, the later ones just get bigger and bigger. If you've seen Tom Cruise's latest one, it's just completely mad. So there's some really cool scenes in it, some fun facts, which I'll post in the description also, is that they had a really cool sequence of Tom Cruise having to remain perfectly balanced as he went down a high wire all the way down into a building. And yeah, it's just really, really fun parts, fun facts that I'll mention in the description. The finale was pretty groundbreaking. They used the Channel Tunnel. It was one of the earliest uses of miniatures and CGI, which was really cool. Really pushed visual effects technology in the mid-90s. I mean, it just the helicopter going into the tunnel and stuff is so cool. And it's based on the original Mission Impossible TV show, which was created by Bruce Geller in the 60s, 66. And Tom Cruise really pushed for it himself as a film. And it was the first film produced by his own company. So it really pushed him not just as an actor, but as a producer as well. And Brian De Palma treated it a bit like a thriller, Hitchcock thriller, instead of more of an action film. And it relies heavily on kind of spy stuff, tension, paranoia, deception, and I think it was just really, really well done. You got some cool people in it. Emmanuel Bier. You got this lad in it, is in this, as you can see in this shot here. It's Tom Cruise with Emilio Estevez, who played Billy the Kid in the Young Guns series. I've forgotten the name of the actress on the right, but you've also got Jean Reno, who was in obviously Leon, which is an incredible film by Luc Besson, with Gary Oldman, as you know. And then we also have Kirsten Scott Thomas, who was in English Patient, very famous actress herself. You've got Ving Rhames, who's in Pulp Fiction. You've as well as becoming a regular in this series. And you've also got the legendary Jon Voight, who was in Midnight Cowboy. He's been in lots of cool 80s films, Tony Scott films. I think he was in, with Gene Hackman, Will Smith, he played the role in the one where, again, it's all about tech going wrong. I've forgotten the name of that series, but yeah, it was an incredible film as well. I think that was a Tony Scott film. Really well done. And yeah, so pretty great film, iconic. The CIA vault scene is one of the best scenes in sort of movie history, I would say. And also, you've got, it kind of set the precedence for them to have a kind of set piece in every single Mission Impossible. There's some kind of sequence where they had to pull off something, and it reminds me a lot about computer games where, you know, like Metal Gear Solid and the Hitman series, stuff like that, where you've got these little missions where you have to go and effectively secure something, right? You've got to go and secure some object or someone, or deal with something. And I believe they made a computer game based on Mission Impossible. I'm pretty sure I played it. I know for certain Hitman has kind of borrowed from this in terms of, you know, the face changer stuff that they use in Mission Impossible. You kind of have that in Hitman to some extent, where you have to infiltrate a place, change clothes with people, and so long as they don't get too close to you, they don't recognize you. Whereas Mission Impossible, they talk a lot about, you know, they create these technologies which get more flamboyant as the series goes on, where they actually put sort of fake sort of faces on. Reminds me a bit of the I don't know if it was also, was it John Woo's film Broken Arrow? It was called not Broken Arrow. It's another one he did. Was it Broken Arrow? No. It was Face Off. That's it. Where they changed faces. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. I think that was John Woo as well. But yeah, it was kind of a cool film, classic series. Go and check it out. This is the first one. I'll stick some of the facts and interesting points in the description. This is the first time we're using my rig that I've created an independent filmmaking video on rigging, using old gear and repurposing it. So I'm trying to get these videos to sound a little bit better. I don't know, I had some problems with the popping on the cable, not quite the microphone. The cable I'm using is a cheap Apple cable, so it might be causing a little popping. So let me know if you do hear that. I'll probably hear it on the upload. If I do hear it on the upload, I'll try and re-edit it to get rid of it, but I can't promise. But you know, these are just little independent videos that we're doing, so please bear with me. If it annoys you too much, I apologize, but we're trying to sort of upscale these videos a little bit. Anyway, Mission Impossible, it's on Prime. Go and check it out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.